native color, S-Cinetone color matching, hybrid log gamma 3, Leeming who? Oh, hi. Welcome to another episode of this thing I call Chosen Idea. For those of you who haven't been here before, my name is Marco. I'm a creative generalist. All that means is I've been lucky enough to get paid to do a bunch of creative stuff throughout my career. I've learned some things along the way, and now it's my chance to pass those things along to you guys. Maybe learn a thing or two myself. Chances are, I'll be doing most of the learning. Trying to figure out my color, not just for the show, but for some future projects. And for those of you who checked out my last episode, I was looking into S-Cinetone, or an emulation of S-Cinetone, some settings another YouTuber came up with. And I thought that maybe I'd be using that as sort of a standard for the color I'm doing my episodes with. And maybe for some projects as well. Now, looking at the episodes I've shot with the native color out of the A7III compared to the color in my last episode using the S-Cinetone emulation, I'm kind of torn still as to what color I really want to use for my episodes. With his incredible technical knowledge that's vastly superior to mine, which isn't really saying that much, and a lot of testing, one of my favorite YouTubers and fellow Canadians, Gerald Undone, has come up with what he feels is the easiest way to get the most, color-wise, out of the Sony A7 III, and that is using the hybrid log gamma 3 color profile along with a LUT from Paul Leeming that converts the 2020 color space to Rec. 709. So we're going to take a look at that too. So let's do a comparison between Sony's native color, which I'm shooting this with right now, and then we're going to switch to the S-Cinetone color profile. And then I'll show you what we can do with HLG3. Gerald. If he were here right now, he'd be quick to suggest that the foundation of good color requires that we have the correct white balance. And to get the correct white balance, he'd also suggest we use one of these, a neutral gray card. Now, when I did my reading off of this neutral gray card, I got a reading of 4400 Kelvin. It's what I've got this key light set to. Now, another light in my scene here is this fill light that has a warming gel on it, or a warming filter on it. I had that turned off when I did the reading off of this card. The reason being is because I want this light to adversely affect things like the color of my face and the rest of the scene. So that's why I had it turned off. So if your results differ from mine, it could be because I've got this fill light on. Just a note. So let's start with native color, no picture profiles. These are the S-Cinetone color match settings from the YouTube channel Extra Shot that I featured in my last episode. Please go check him out. I had to stop down a little bit for this because it was a bit overexposed coming straight from the native color. And next we'll go to HLG3 and so things went a little sideways. This is the part where I'm supposed to show you HLG corrected with Paul Leeming's LUT. Feeling I wasn't really getting what I expected out of Paul's LUT, I went ahead with the guidance that Gerald provided in his video with doing a bit of my own correction and grade. In a conversation with Paul, he tells me that he's soon going to be coming out with an even newer version of his LUT, and perhaps that deserves an episode of its own in the future. Well, here we are back in Sony's native color for the A7 III, and it's probably what I'll stick to for my YouTube channel. For other projects that might require a little bit more dynamic range, or that I want to do some creative grading with, I'll take advantage of HLG3. If this episode has helped anybody out there who's on the fence about some creative decision that they have regarding a project or their YouTube channel, consider hitting that subscribe button and throwing me a like. Until next time, keep working to make your chosen idea a reality. Bye. Oh, I almost forgot. Gerald says we have to start with one of these to do our custom white balance before we start.